What's going on, guys? This is Boris, and I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. I know I don't typically have a very active social media presence, but uh, anyways, one thing I've started noticing in my 30s. So this year I'm gonna be 35, and one of the things that have noticed is that to be successful is that a lot of people just, you know, as they grow older, they feel that they feel like they're this fixed product where, you know, they can't change their looks, you know, they can't become more attractive. Like, if you know, if something bad happened to them, whether they were in an abusive relationship, whether they lost a lot of money, you know, whether they failed a business, whether they gone through a breakup, they they don't want to go through that pain again, so they don't go through with it. And because they're not willing to take that risk again, they end up actually never achieving the goal that they set out to, right? So maybe it's financial freedom, maybe it's finding that perfect romantic partner, whether that's you know, improving your looks, like, you know, whether it's like looks maxing, or I don't know, maybe you suffered a injury from some type of sport or exercise. So essentially, growth and realizing that all of these components of your life, you know, the physical body, your income, your personality, your skills with women, and just being able to learn like difficult subjects, anything out there is possible to change. It is very productive to have that mentality as you're growing older. So that's a mentality that has been very productive for me and has helped me achieve the goals that I set out to. And trust me, I've experienced numerous failures, from getting fired from a 9-to-5 job, losing a ton of money in the stock market, which I will get into for another video, lifting weights with, you know, just terrible form that would cause a lot of muscle issues down the road. You know, maybe like saying like alienating friends, just all these different things. So I'm someone that has gone through a lot of mistakes to grow, but yeah, this is kind of like a stream of consciousness video where I'm just thinking about different aspects of my life, and I'm just like looking at my friend group, and there are unfortunately many of my friends that I know from high school, even from college, that unfortunately have not really changed much in the last 15 years. And you know, this is because of this fixed mindset that, you know, that self-help book, Carl Dweck mindset, calls the fixed mindset. So, and what's crazy is that from my own experience, there's a whole, you know, there's a whole new landscape and a whole new world for you to discover once you realize that you're not this fixed product. So, and I think one of the first things is that you have to experience immense pain in your life. You know, it's like only once you have, I forget the quote, but it's like only once you have lost everything are you free to do everything. So like, some people, they just get coddled. You know, some people get handouts from their family. Some people have never experienced like significant hardship, whether that's like struggling to pay bills, you know, a significant loss in their family, and you know, they've never gotten to a point where they get their hands tied behind their backs and they're forced to, you know, work their ass off, or they're forced to go to the gym. You know, a lot of people, you know, just get coddled, and they get like a helicopter, they get like, what is it called, helicopter parenting, where their parents essentially provide these care packages like a helicopter whenever they are going through a hard time, you know, whether that's getting their apartment paid for, you know, having their parents enable these bad habits, you know, even supporting like their drinking or their spending habits. So a lot of this is you just gotta, you know, you gotta really like experience some pain, and you gotta realize it's like life or death. You gotta have kind of like this neurotic, like highly anxious mentality about yourself, right? So yeah, I mean, I plan on making more daily YouTube videos just to improve my own presence behind this like camera, but also I want to get the momentum going and see what topics I would like to talk about that would be helpful, not only, you know, for other people in a more, if they're starting out, or just more so to share my own journey, you know, as I'm going after these goals of financial freedom, you know, getting like the dream physique, getting the girlfriend. Like, I've always been a huge advocate of self-development. So anyways, yeah, I appreciate if you guys are watching on YouTube. Definitely hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.